I was on my way to get breakfast this morning when the thought popped into my mind of a trouble that I had in high school, and I thought I'd make a quick video to share it with you guys, share my experiences. So the trouble that I had was in regards to ADD medication. See, I used to take it in high school, and I still do from time to time now, but when I first started taking it, I had all these issues with the side effects. Like the main one for me was I would find it hard to get to sleep the night, the night after I would take it. So even if I took it early in the morning, like 5-6 o'clock in the morning, I would still get to like 9 o'clock at night and still have way too much energy to be able to get to sleep effectively. And the other side effect that I faced was I would tend to get anxious. So I would get to about the after like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I would start getting neurotic, almost like I would start getting stressed out over nothing, basically. Like I wouldn't even be able to, if you were to ask me what I was getting freaked out over, I wouldn't actually be able to tell you, because I've got no fucking idea. I just get this general sense of like nerves. And in this video, I just want to share with you, I will share with you a few of the tips that I've found that really helped me with managing my dosages and whatnot, and the side effects of ADD medication. Because it is amazing medication if used as prescribed and used correctly and managed correctly. It is like some of the most effective medication that you can take for any condition. So yeah, before we get into that though, I just want to take a quick second to mention that my Instagram username will be in the description of this video, and you can shoot me a follow on Instagram if you would like to have a chat to me about any specific questions you might have in regards to focus and productivity. And you might have a specific personal situation or like a unique circumstance, and you want to get like a second opinion on it, or you just want to get some tips. For any of that stuff, you know where to go. That link in the description, top link as always. Hit me up. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on to my experience, right? What I've learned from my experience. So, in terms of how to manage the nerves you tend to get from these kinds of amphetamine-based medications, yes, I just want to clarify. I took a Vyvanse, which is, as I understand the science, it is delayed onset Adderall. So if you take either Vyvanse or Adderall, this advice should work for you. The first problem that I just want to address is, of course, the anxiety. And with this, the thing that really worked for me was just lowering my dosage, was just going back to the doctor and explaining my circumstances and explaining what the medication was doing to me, and just being like, hey, can I get a lower dosage of this drug? And I went from 40 milligrams a day to 20 milligrams a day, and that really basically removed the anxiety for me. It was still there. I was still tend to get a little bit nervier than I would off it, but in general, I was pretty well fine by the afternoon. And so, yeah, I just want to, before we go on any further, because this is brought it to my mind, a lot of the side effects can be mitigated or at least reduced substantially just by going and getting that right dosage, that correct amount. Like just going to the doctor, reviewing your plan. If you are having any of these, this should always be your kind of like your first step, is to get the dosage right, because abuse of these medications can lead to issues down the line. It's happened in the past. People get off the rails and these become like a gateway, like abuse of these drugs becomes like a gateway to things like meth, or just stronger, just like amphetamines and stuff. Like, so yeah, just go and correct your dosage if you're having any side effects, go consult with a professional. I'm not a professional. But anyway, returning to it. Next point, I didn't really personally experience this side effect much, but it is one of the most common reported side effects is loss of appetite. And I will say I did find that I got less hungry when I was on these, but it never got to the point where I just didn't feel like eating at all. And I could just generally force myself to eat, even if... And again, with this one, it's usually a question of dosage quantity. Aside from just fixing how much you're taking, the other big tip I could give is just start off with like lighter foods, like fruits and stuff, to get your body, to make your body kind of remember how hungry it is, and then move on to the heavier shit, like, I don't know, if you want to eat like meat and eggs. Those would be my 2 tips for this one. Again, I don't know too much about this because I never personally had much of an issue with hunger. Again, I suspect it's just an issue with the dosage, but, consult professional. And of course, the last side effect, which I find to be the most detrimental and the one that has caused me the most grief over the years, is not being able to get to sleep early. So I'm someone who likes to keep their sleep optimized if it can be helped. I like going to bed early and getting up early. I might not like it, but it feels nice after I do it, is what I mean. And so to optimize your sleep and keep your sleep healthy, the major thing I found, other than, of course, just going to the doctor and fixing your dosage, is working out, going to the gym at like late in the afternoon, or it doesn't even need to be the gym. It could just be something that gets your heart pumping and your metabolism going, and you builds up a sweat. Just some heavy exercise in the afternoon before you're going to go to sleep, and that I find generally gets all that excess energy out of my system and allows me to go to sleep much easier than if I was just to do work all day. Like I used to do that in high school. Like I'd pop like a 50 in the morning, and I'd be locked the fuck in all day doing work, and then I'd end up getting to the end of the day and still be geeked off Vyvanse and not be able to go to sleep. And so I'd stay up till like 11, 12, and then I'd be fucked the next day because I'd need to get up early for school, and then I'd be all like, ugh. So yeah, that about concludes my string of advice. These are the 3 main side effects that I've heard from amphetamine-based medications. So they are anxiety, sleeplessness, and loss of appetite. And of course, first port of call for most of these, correct your dosage, speak to a doctor if you're having any of these issues. Further than that, of course, let's just recap. Hunger, start with the lighter foods like fruits and stuff if you really can't get anything else, and just try and eat like fruits and things that are a bit like sweet but not crappy food. No, don't go down that route. Try and get like lighter, healthy foods like fruits and vegetables in, and then that'll get your body warmed up and you can move on to the heavier stuff. Sleeplessness, hit a hard workout in the afternoon, or just any kind of exercise. Hard workout's best, one that really tires you out as best, I found. And 3, anxiety. This one is entirely correct your dosage. Again, I suspect that working out might help with this one as well though. Yeah, but that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of content where it's just me talking educational, make sure you stay tuned, maybe chuck a subscribe. Again, if you want to hear more from me, like in person, or not in person, but one-on-one, Instagram is in the description. It'll be the top link. You can go watch my other videos if you want more information on ADD, productivity, that kind of thing. Yeah, that'll be all from me today. I will see you next time. Love you. Bye. Mwah.